Hello, and welcome to another episode of my weekly Mounjaro journey recap, summary, whatever word you'd like to put there to describe what it means to talk about the previous week. So the week just gone, I have finished my 6th week of Mounjaro. This is my second week on the higher dosage of Mounjaro. The 5 milligrams or 500 milligrams? I should really check that. But yeah, it starts off at 2.5 and then it doubles to 5 after 4 injections. So I've had a good week. It's been a fun week. I've got some things to talk about. And obviously I've got the effects that this has had on the scales, on the weighing scales. How much do I weigh? I'm going to let you know that in a bit. But first, I just want to talk about the week that I've had. So last week, I had the toothache. My granddad gave me a great tip of just rubbing Sensodyne toothpaste on it, and that kind of helped. So I haven't had the toothache since. Toothache has been fine. I am still going to go to the dentist eventually to get the tooth sorted. However, it costs £1,350 at my private dentist, or I can do it on the NHS for like £75. So I'm going to do it on the NHS. The only problem with the NHS is that there are waiting lists because it's the NHS. But I can handle it because I'm not in pain. So absolutely fine. I joined a dentist as an NHS member, so I have an appointment coming up in a couple of weeks. If I was in agonizing pain, I don't know, I probably would just kill myself, but I am fine, so I'm good. So I really have no excuses. So like the week before last, when I was talking about the food that I've been eating, how I've been feeling on Mounjaro, it wasn't really a standard week because I was barely eating anything because of the toothache. But the tooth is absolutely fine now. I'm on my second week on that higher dose of Mounjaro. This is my 6th week altogether. So what was it like this week? Let's see. I had my prepared meal that I have every single day. I was getting a bit sick of rice cakes. I've been doing rice cakes as my snack. So the way I do it is I'm not really a breakfast person. So I can always skip breakfast. But the way I like to eat my meals is I just like to have a big, lump of food. Basically, just a nice big plate of food. I don't like to have a small plate of food and then basically still feel hungry until my next small plate of food, and then basically just still feel hungry until my next. I don't like doing that. I like to just devour a nice big bowl or big plate of food. So if I want to do that with the amount of calories that I want to have, which is quite a small amount of calories compared to what I used to have, I can only really do it by having one meal a day. So I just have one meal a day, usually have it around about 5 or 6 towards the end of the day, I guess, between lunch and dinner, I guess. But to keep me going, I've had room for some snacks. I have enough room in my sort of diet plan for 2 rice cakes every single day with cheese and chorizo on those rice cakes. And they've been good, but I got sick of it after 6 weeks. I got absolutely sick of it. So I changed from rice cakes to, drum roll please, Ryvitas. These are what can only really be described as the most dry cracker in the world. It's called crisp bread. It's really just like having stale crust from bread. Like, imagine your bread goes stale, but you've kept the crust on the bread, and then you cut that crust off. It's like just eating that. Or like a stale crouton or something. It's just so dry. I don't know why. I kind of wish I could go back to rice cakes, but I've been eating Ryvitas, and I guess I'll go back to rice cakes after this is finished. But these are supposed to be healthy, which is probably why they taste like absolutely nothing. I do not really enjoy these at all. I mean, look, the picture is they've got like a nice, I don't know if you can see, yeah, they've got like cheese and tomato and like pesto and stuff on it. To be fair, I wasn't doing that. I was just putting my cheese and chorizo on. But it's just like, it was so dry. I was not enjoying it at all. But Mounjaro was working, so I wasn't starving hungry throughout the day. I was barely even wanting food. And yeah, around about 5 or 6, I'd have my actual meal, my big meal, which was really, really good. And I don't think I cheated. I've got to check. Okay, this is what I do. Maybe I'm bending the rules of the cheat day. So I've got a cheat day. It's usually Sunday of the week. Sunday of the week is my cheat day. But I like to think of it more like a cheat 24 hours. Because a day is 24 hours, right? So instead of doing 24 hours starting at 12 a.m. Sunday to 12 p.m. on Sunday. No, 12 a.m. Sunday to 12 a.m. Monday. Instead of doing that, what I do, my 24 hours starts on Saturday night at like 10. And then runs all the way around to 10 o'clock Sunday night. That's my cheat 24 hours. Now, maybe I'm bending the rules a bit. But yeah, Saturday night, I had some ice cream. But Sunday, usually when it gets to Sunday, I'm like, okay, good, this is my cheat day. What should I have? Should I order a pizza? Should I go out and get Chinese? Or should I go out and get Korean food? I just wasn't hungry on Sunday. So I went to the cinema. As you know, like I always love to go to cinema, and I got some popcorn, but I didn't finish the popcorn, and I didn't really have much else. Really, I had my ice cream, I had my popcorn. Literally on the Sunday, supposed to be my cheat day, the day I gorge, I didn't really eat anything other than popcorn and a little bit of ice cream, and I wasn't that hungry, if I'm honest with you. So yeah, all in all, a really good week of not feeling hungry, even on the cheat day when I was allowed. No real cravings. I was close to going shopping and getting something other than these dry-ass Rivitas, but I resisted. I didn't do it. And yeah, I stuck to my diet. So that's good, I think. So next, I'm going to show you what I'm going to be eating in the upcoming week, because I know y'all love to see that. And then we're going to get to the sort of weekly weight update. So let me get the video up of what I've been eating in the past week. Okay, here we go. So these are all the spices and sauces that I put onto my prawns. Probably healthy people out there saying some of these sauces and spices have too many calories, but it is what it is. I'm not eating very many calories at all, so it's fine. So you just mix up the prawns and let them marinate in those delicious spices and sauces and stuff. Get some rice ready. I've got a rice cooker. I think it's like an Asian one. Just close it. Click it, and it will just slowly cook. Next, I was cracking a bunch of eggs because I was going to be basically making a stir-fry type meal. A ricey stir-fry type thing. So a bunch of eggs, a bunch of green onions, and the prawns, obviously. So I was going to put the prawns in the pan, let them cook some vegetables in a pan, and then some of the onions. And then I just pour the egg in there as well once they are cooking and they smell really nice. I mix up all the egg until it's all scrambled. And then once it is sort of getting almost scrambled, what I do is just pour those vegetables in as well. Mix it all up in a nice big frying pan that my nan and my granddad bought for me. I think it was for my birthday or for Christmas, one of the two. Thank you, nan and granddad. Stick the rice in, a little bit of soy sauce, some of this Wagamama pad thai stuff. Mix that all together, and then once you've done that, you just basically add the prawns, and there you have it. That's going to be my meal for the upcoming week, and I can't wait to eat that. So let's get into the weighing scales. So, last week, despite barely eating anything because of the toothache, I didn't lose any weight. I just maintained weight. Now, there was a couple of theories that I had about this. One was I've been exercising like mad. Not mad as in like going over my strength limit, as in like I've been, not doing too heavy weights because I get worried about my back. I've just been doing light weights, but I've been doing them often. As in, I'm doing them all the time. I'm always trying to do some light exercise, basically. Other I had some other theories as well as why I hadn't lost weight, but in the end, I guess the body's back on track because last week I ended on 113 kilograms, and this week I'm on 111 kilograms. So that is 2 kilograms I lost over the week. I don't know how much that is in pounds. I think I do know how much it is in stone. Not how much I've lost, but how much I weigh now in stone is a really nice amount, in my opinion. So right now I weigh, where is it? 17 stone and 7 pounds. So I'm in the right direction, right? What's my goal? I don't know. There is an index of my height, so I'm 5'10". I think there's an index, and it's ridiculously light. For me to be at a healthy weight, I think it's like 13 stone or even 12 stone or something ridiculous. And I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever get down there. Don't know if I even want to get down there. I still want to get strong, but I still want to lose a few stone. So I'm on the right direction. I don't expect to lose weight every single week now that I know I can maintain. Maybe even some weeks I will gain some weight. Who knows? But I'm not obsessed with the weight. I really just am obsessed with how I feel. And how I'm feeling is really good. Every time I go swimming, I'm finding it easier and easier. Every time I do anything, I'm finding it easier. Losing the weight is really just... It's really just a good weight off your shoulders, really, if you know what I mean. It's like just getting out of bed is easier, There are all sorts of small benefits that you don't realize until you kind of realize, which is the same for everything, I guess. But just walking up and down my stairs, I've got stairs in my house, I walk up and down my stairs. I used to be like, oh, that was tiring. Now it's not tiring, and therefore I don't notice. I don't even notice that win until I sort of actively think about little things. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not even like tired from the stairs these days at all. So that's just great. That's a mixture of me losing weight and getting more fit and getting stronger. But yeah, we'll see what it's going to be like next week. Thanks so much for watching. Please, if you have any tips for being at the gym and not being absolutely bored out of your brain, I do listen to podcasts and stuff, and I put YouTube on and things when I'm at the gym, but honestly, I find the gym mind-numbingly boring. It's such a sterile environment that's just not for me. I'm just not that kind of person that likes to be in a room where people are like, where men are like super, and and it's kind of like, I feel like I'm kind of a little bit being watched, and I'm just generally bored as well. It's not like I feel uncomfortable in the gym. I'm just like, oh man, this is a real boring thing. I could be playing guitar, I could be watching a series. I could be cooking. I could be seeing my friends. It could be, there's so many things. I could be at the cinema, but instead I'm here lifting heavy stuff. I'm just lifting heavy things. And it's like, it reminds me of back when my mum was alive. Whenever I had a friend come over to play, and I mean when I was like a teenager, she always took the opportunity for whenever I had any friend over, she took the opportunity for me to go, oh, now that I've got 2 strapping lads in the house, do you want to help me move the piano or something? So we would be forever just moving the piano around the house, I feel like. Whenever I had a friend come over, every friend that I wanted to come over, they would be like, Intia, I want to come, but my back aches from moving your piano last time. Do you think we'll have to continue moving your piano? And the answer was always probably, yeah, we're going to have to move the piano, because my mum just loved making me move the piano. And I guess from that moment onwards, I have an adverse kind of negative feeling towards moving heavy things. And that's all lifting weights is. It's just moving heavy things up and down. But I'm going to go. So give me some tips in the comments below, please. I love you all. Thank you so much. Just remember to be kind to one another and don't believe anything that you don't want to believe.